Hello, I'm Lindsay Jane Hunter and I'm making this video for the Creative Therapeutic services at Murray Hall. So this video is about sort of this situation we find ourselves in, kind of social distancing and being quite isolated potentially. And it's a little bit about kind of things you can do to look after yourself, your mental health, your well-being during this time. So one of the things that we know happens is when we're feeling stressed, anxious, worried, angry, any of that stuff, it kind of like sits in our body and it makes it really hard for us to think properly, to carry on with our day. It's kind of just there taking up space. And one of the things that we can learn to do for ourselves is figure out what shifts those feelings for us out of our body, so that we can get a bit of space to think clearly, to make plans, to connect with other people. It's hard to do that when you're overwhelmed with a really difficult and big emotion. So for you, that might be a different thing to somebody else. So I would really encourage you to try different things and see what works for you. Does painting work? Does drawing work? Does writing work? Does talking to somebody work? Or are you more physical? Do you need to get out and go for a walk, go for a run, do some press-ups, listen to music? Loads of different things we can do that kind of help shift some of the feeling that we're sitting with. And I've got a little activity today which you could try out and see if it helps you. I find this really helpful if I'm just feeling like my brain is full to the brim and I just need to kind of get it all out so that I can sit back and reflect and figure out what's important. So we'll see if it works for you. So the video is about 10 minutes, but the actual activity will take about half an hour, and there's kind of points where I'll ask you to pause. So you need a little bit of time, and you'll need some paper and at least one pen or something to write with. So you might want 4 sheets of paper, or if you've got like one really big sheet or the back of a roll of wrapping paper or something like that, something big, you could do the whole thing on one big sheet. But otherwise 4 separate sheets is perfect. And we're going to use them each for something different. So the first one is going to be our head section. So you could like write head in the middle of the page, or I quite like for these to just do like an outline of whatever it's for. So that would be my head outline, and I'll probably just write head as well because I've covered all my bases then. So we'll have a head zone or area or space, and then we'll have a heart one. So again, that's quite simple. I'll probably do an outline again and write heart. So that would be my heart space. We've got head, we've got heart, and then we need a space that's the bin. So I will, again, I like to do an outline shape because then I can write inside it later on. But it's completely up to you. You might just want to do a word in the middle, so you can do a kind of mind map or draw a small picture, whatever you want. That's my bin. And then the final one is a bag. So I always find it hard to do an outline of a bag, but here we go. I feel like I've drawn like a swag bag this time. There's my bag. Put a little bow on the side. Okay. So you've got, hopefully, head, heart, bin, bag. So those are your kind of separate sheets or zones or areas. If you're catching up, just pause for a minute and then press play again once you've kind of got your areas zoned out. And then what you do is you start off with the head space. So you put the others to one side, or if you've got big paper, just kind of concentrate on the head zone, the head area. And then what you do is you give yourself 5 minutes, and you might want to use your phone to set a timer for that. And in those 5 minutes, you put your pen on your head page or your head area, and you do not lift it up again until the end of the 5 minutes. So you might want to write continuously, you might want to do loads of bullet points, you might want to do pictures or drawings, And you're going to get out onto that page everything that is in your head, in your brain, taking up space at the moment. So that might be like to-do lists, schoolwork, plans that you're trying to figure out, people that you're wondering about, stuff that's been cancelled, to do, everything, all the stuff that is in your brain taking up space. And that can be as specific as you want. So it might be schoolwork, or it might be like that essay for English and the maths that I don't understand, but I'm not having proper lessons, so I can't ask my teacher about it, and all the stuff. 5 whole minutes. So in a sec, what I'm going to ask you to do is pause the video, set a timer for 5 minutes, and give yourself 5 whole minutes on the head zone, and then press play again once you've done that. So you could pause now. Okay, perfect. Welcome back. I'm going to assume that you paused and you spent 5 minutes doing your head area. So you can have a look at that. I'd imagine it might be quite busy. And then you can just put it to one side. Done. And then we're going to take the heart zone. And we're going to do the same thing, but this time you're going to get down everything that you're kind of feeling at the moment. So for me at the moment, that would be everything from like a totally zen acceptance. This is just fine. It is what it is. We'll come through it, to like enraged. Why is this happening to us? To a kind of real anxiety and worry about what's going to happen and who might be poorly and how will we ever come out of it? Loads of feelings, plus all the day-to-day stuff, right? I'm like annoyed with somebody in my house because they upset me, and I had a conversation with a friend that I'm feeling a bit cross about, and I'm a bit worried about my hair because I can't get any hair dye, right? All that kind of stuff. So all the stuff, it doesn't have to be like big crisis stuff, just all the feelings, all the stuff you're feeling at the moment. Right, so that's all going to go in the heart zone. So it's going to be another 5 minutes. So again, I'll ask you to pause, time yourself 5 minutes. Don't stop writing and drawing for the whole 5 minutes. All about the feelings that you're having at the moment. Okay, so you could pause now. Okay, welcome back. I'll assume that you paused. You've spent 5 minutes on the heart or the feelings on your page. So again, you can just put those to one side now. And we'll move on to the bin. So your bin zone or your bin space, again, we're going to spend 5 minutes on it. And what you're going to put in this one is everything that you wish you could just throw away right now and not have in your life anymore. So that could be physical stuff. That could be like there's a big pile of stuff in the corner of my room and I need to sort it out and I want it gone. It could be people in your life that are annoying you. It could be behaviours from other people or yourself, feelings, attitudes, anything really. And it doesn't have to be realistic. You don't have to be like, oh, I wish I could put my annoying brother in there, but I can't because he won't really be disappearing. Doesn't matter. If you wish you could, chuck him in. Anything that you wish you could throw in the bin at the moment and just not have to deal with, not have in your life anymore, get it down in the bin. So it's another 5 minutes. You can draw, you can write, whatever you want to do, and chuck it all in the bin. So I'll ask you to pause the video and come back when you've finished. Okay, so you can pause now. Okay, well done. Again, I'll assume that you've spent 5 minutes getting all the stuff in the bin that you want rid of. Well done. Trash it all. Put that to one side. And then finally, you've got your bag. And the bag is where you're going to put everything that you want to keep with you and to kind of take forwards with you in life from today. So again, that could be people, it could be physical stuff, it could be kind of behaviours, thoughts, attitudes, anything really. So it could be like, I'm spending more time with my family because we're all stuck at home and actually quite like it, and I want to take forward more time, more quality time with my family. Could be the opposite. Or it could be, I've started writing in a journal every night and I'm finding it really helpful, it really helps me sleep, I want to keep doing that. anything that you want to take with you. It could be people that you love, that you care about, things about you that are important, you know, got a really good sense of humour, and I want to make sure that that's always with me, that I keep that, whatever happens. So anything that you want to keep with you moving forwards is going to go in the bag. Again, you're going to give yourself 5 minutes on the bag. So you could pause the video and then come back when that's done. Okay. Welcome back. I'll assume you've done that too. Great. So you've kind of spent these 5 minutes on each of these zones now. So what you might want to do is kind of spread them out so you can see them all at the same time and have a look at them. And what I'd encourage you to do is just spend a few minutes looking at them. You might want to go and get a cup of tea or something and come back to it and read through them, or look at the images that you've drawn, and just kind of see how you feel about it, really. Are there any surprises? Have you put anything in like huge bold letters that you're like surprised about? And also, is there anything that you're kind of ignoring? Is there anything that's crept in right in the corner somewhere that you're trying not to look at? And just notice that. And this is quite a useful way to just kind of get, hopefully you feel you've offloaded a bit, that some of that stuff that you're carrying around is on these pages now, and you can think about what you want to do with them. So that might be looking at the bag and thinking, okay, I need to really work hard on keeping this stuff with me. Or looking at the bin and thinking, right, what's realistic in this? How can I shift some of this stuff and not give it my energy anymore? So maybe you can't actually get rid of it, but maybe you can think, actually, that's taking up a lot of my energy and I've put it in the bin. So how do I step back a bit and not give it so much of myself? And what are the things that are important to you? What are the things that actually you've realised maybe aren't? And just use it as a kind of reflection tool to see what's come up. I hope that's been helpful for you. And if it is helpful, obviously it's something you can do regularly. And if it's not, then that's absolutely fine. Well done for giving it a try, and try some other things and see what does work for you. See what helps you feel that you've offloaded a bit and that you've got a bit more space. Thanks so much. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.